You're so funny. All right, so what's a tongue twister? Tongue twister. Tongue, which is what? That, right?
Yeah.
Tongue. What does it mean to twist?
Twist.
Twist, right? So if your tongue is twisting, what is it doing?
Is it dancing?
Right? A tongue twister is another way to say something that is really complicated to say. Or not really complicated, more maybe it's just difficult to say. So, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Right? Alright, so, because it is going to be a really spooky Halloween weekend, we're going to do tongue twisters that have to do with Halloween. What do you think? So this is how telephone works. I say something in her ear. She whispers it in her. All the way down the line until we get to, sorry, I forget your name. Karina, right? Names real quick. What's your name? Mandy? Sophie? Yasu, Xiang, Tiger. Karina. Okay, Alyssa. Great. Okay, so let's just do a practice round. Not with a tongue twister, just with a word. To see if we can get the correct word at that end, okay? Don't say it too loud because, you know, and you only get to say it once. So whatever you hear, you say. Okay?
Just once?
Just once.
Okay.
So... say it, whatever you heard.
He's not drunk yet. Maybe.
Alright, now you have to say it out loud. Okay. I didn't hear anything. What did you hear? Gargoyle? Gargoyle was the word. What's a gargoyle?
I don't understand.
What's a gargoyle?
What's this?
Alright, we're talking about creepy monsters, right? What's a gargoyle? It's a type of monster, right? Way back when, back in the olden days, right? These are like really creepy creatures with like the long fingernails, and they're even outside of big fancy homes nowadays. They'll have those sculptures at the end of their driveways. They're gargoyles. I'm not exactly sure. They're just like a creature. I don't know how to describe them. They definitely are scary looking though, right? All right, let's try. We're gonna try a tongue twist.
I hear something.
Okay, that's the point of the game.
What?
Go ahead, say it out loud. What? Nothing? Oh boy. Okay. What was it? Karina. Creepy crawlers. Let's say it together. Creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers. Creepy crawlers.
First?
Creepy crawlers. Then the Amityville murders. Has anybody ever heard of that? Has anybody heard of ghost stories? What are ghost stories? Ghost stories. right? Ghost stories. They're scary stories, right? All right, so let's talk about the Amityville Horror, okay? Just listen to the story. It's a scary story. Okay. Everybody in Amityville knows about the house on Ocean Avenue. Was it real or a hoax? Most people seem to think that it was just a hoax, but most famous paranormal investigators still maintain the house is haunted by an evil presence. In November 1974, Ronald DeFeo murdered his entire family, shooting them all with a .35 Marlin rifle. According to DeFeo, he was being controlled by evil spirits and heard voices. He was sentenced to 6 life sentences. A year later, Kathy and George Lutz moved in. They moved out after a month. They made incredible claims of black ooze coming from toilets, doors blown off hinges, unexplained teeth marks, and a pit to hell in the basement. And of course, the bleeding walls. It was a little too sensational for most people to believe. The stories spawned numerous books, movies, and a cult following. There are stories about the property being built on Indian burial grounds, or even a supposed witch living on the property from Salem, Massachusetts. None of the claims have been proven. So what's up with this house? Is this a haunted house?
Yeah.
What are some things that go on in this house?
The people hear voices, the door,
The doors, right?
and
All right, I'm going to read the middle paragraph again. You guys listen and just jot down notes, because what we're going to do is together we're going to try to reconstruct the middle paragraph together, okay? So listen for, certain words. You heard it once, you know basically what it's about, right? So we're going to just do this little part of it.